It's Friday. We always say it's Friday. Come on, guys. It's Friday. All right, let's roll. You guys energized? I'm energized. Or should we drink vodka now? Should we start early before the day gets hot? Steve's like, yeah, fuck yeah. I'm gonna open that. All right, let's roll. Are we rolling already? Yeah? Oh, okay. All right, guys. Today's topic for Friday Wisdom is how to argue. So I use the combination of things that I've read, that I've learned myself through books, through therapy, through personal interaction. So, and I put this together for you guys. So how it's going to go today? I'm going to tell you principles of how usually people argue. I'm going to ask a volunteer to come on stage. We're going to have a typical, I see I'm using word and quotes, typical argument. And then we're going to bring a next slide in that's going to show what are some rules do you need to know how to argue properly. And then we'll have a second argument using those rules, and we'll see what happens. And our volunteer doesn't know what the argument will be, so it will be very, very live and genuine. So some of the important principle, guys. In argument, two sides either both win or lose. Just again, listen to this. Two sides either win or lose. There's no such thing as I win and you lose. And that's what some people trying to make. So if you argue properly, both sides, meaning both people are going to win. Or both people are going to come out as losers. Yes, can you really win in the argument? That's the question. If you think about it, can you really win in the argument? I can make any examples. Sabina's my favorite with Minnesota Vikings. I'll say, Sabina, they will never win. And Sabina will tell me, no, they will win next year. So how can I win that argument? It's impossible. He has his opinion that he's grown with. I have my opinion. There's really no way to win that argument. And the biggest question is, what is the price, really, when you argue with someone? What is the price for winning? What are you getting when you're trying to win an argument, for real? And what is the price for beating your wife in the argument? So how, what are kind of feelings you're getting if you argue with your wife, partner, girlfriend, co-worker, or whatever it is, your child, whoever it is? If you think, okay, I'm going to win, and honestly, I'm guilty of that, especially with I like to bring her up always, my ex-wife. I try to win. I was trying to prove to her that, no, I know better, I'm right, and I didn't want to listen, right? Hence the empathic listening. There was no empathic listening. I was trying to win an argument. In the typical, and I'm using typical in quotes because this is a label, typical. In the typical argument, people, what they do, they vent, right? You're very emotional, you're trying to vent, trying to release. You're attacking another person, you're insulting another person, you're being sarcastic. Sarcasm is also a form of not proper argument. You undermine someone's feeling, someone's person. You label them, right? Typical. Oh, you're so typical. That's a label right there. Like, that's a label. You yell. You compare, you talk about them, and you bring up the past, and you're trying to explain the reason. And this is important, guys. Explaining yourself is equal as attacking another person. So you're trying to explain why. Oh, I know they're not going to win because their quarterbacks suck. Like, you're trying to explain. You're pretty much, it's equal in psychology is attacking. And people make it about the nail. You know my favorite video, you all saw it. It's not about the nail. So I'll use this analogy a few times today. So people try to make it about the nail where it's really isn't. It's always the undermining reason that is driving that person. And the nail is just the kind of the last piece of emotion, taking over, and emotion going over the edge, and then the person bursts, right? So you'll see how many how many things can you do wrong, and therefore the other person will not listen to you, the other person will not trying to see your point, will not trying to see your side. And why? Because maybe you're trying to win it. I bet many of you, maybe most of us, have that situation where you are trying to win the argument. You're trying to bring your point across without really listening to another person, right? You'll remember last time, in order to understand someone, in order to influence someone, you need to understand someone, right? So how can you have them see your side if you're not really trying to understand them first? So let's have a typical argument. Let's have our volunteer on stage. Let's see what we can do in a in a typical situation. So what I wanted to simulate is that Ree here is my girlfriend, and she went out on Friday with her girls, and she didn't tell me anything about it. And I was left alone, and today is whatever, next day, and I'm gonna tell her how I feel using all of this. So I need to get angry for a second. It's hard, because you guys laughing. I'm laughing at it. Yeah, make me pissed off, Steve. Say something. You ready? Rihani, can I talk to you for a second? Oops, what happened? Oh, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
You remember you went out this Friday with your girls?
Yes.
And you didn't give me any heads up, and you made me so mad. You always do that to me. You did that to me 6 months ago. I told you so 6 months ago, and you still do it. You read all these smart books, right, about psychology and stoicism. I thought of you as a very, very smart person, but that's very stupid, kind of. I don't know who would do such thing. You know who wouldn't do such thing to me? Is my exes. Even though they were not nice to me, but they would not do something like that, like you did. You make me so mad. I don't even know what to say anymore. It's really not good.
Curse.
Huh?
You need to curse.
I need. There's no cursing, but that would be the typical, right? Typical. Huh? Not angry enough. I know. I'm not Brad Pitt. I'm sorry. They don't pay me millions to get angry, and she's very nice. It's hard. So what would be your response to something like that?
I didn't know you're my dad, and you have to know everything that I'm doing constantly.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow! Wow! Now you're bringing. I am your dad. Yes, you need to be watched for sure. When you do shit like this, yeah, you need to be watched, 100%. Right? So you could see already that where we're going, we're not going anywhere, right? We're bringing. I brought up the past. I compared. That's the worst thing. I labeled her as who would do that. You know, this is stupid. I thought you're smart, right? I could say, well, this is very typical of you. So all of this is not helping the situation, right? So she already took it nice to another level. Now we're bringing my dad in here, or someone's dad, or I'm the dad. So what we were arguing about, it's already irrelevant. It's already forgotten. It will never be resolved. So most likely we would I would say, you know what? I knew you'll say that. Screw that. Like I'm gone. That's most likely that's what have happened. Yeah. Wouldn't you say? I mean, we could sit. It's actually comfortable. So let's bring in some rules on how we're going to do that again. Number one is talk only about I. So when we're gonna do that again, I will speak only from myself. I'll say I. You saw I used you. You make me so mad. You always do that to me. You're not being smart. Is me talking about Re. Next time, I'm only going to talk about myself, how I feel, how it makes me feel, okay? We're not going to mention the past, because the past is irrelevant. So we're going to concentrate on what happened this time. Whatever, even if the situation is exactly the same, oh, you do that 6 months ago. Guess what's going to happen? We're going to go over what happened 6 months ago. And we're going to forget what actually happened today, right? God forbid you bring some other type of situation and you call this typical behavior. That's it. Your conversation is off rail. You're talking about the past. We're not going to use labels. Same thing. We're not going to say, oh, you're this, you're that. It's very typical. You're just very emotional right now. That's called labeling. So you're not listening to person, you're putting a label on the person. Number 4 should be number 1, do not compare. I even say, for the love of God, do not compare your partner to anyone else. Please don't do that like ever, under no circumstances. This is the worst thing you can do, is to say, oh, my ex, cooked better than you. You're a shitty cook, or she wouldn't do that to me, and you did that to me. And 5th, it's not about the nail. So both of us, her goal right now is to, in the second argument, is to understand what actually is driving me. There's actually a good, I'll give her a hint, there's a good underlying reason why am I expressing these feelings to her this way. So she will try to guess what my nail is. Why does this bother me that she went out with the girls? Like, why the hell did she bother me? So I think it's very simple. I think having those, you could say 4 rules, it's going to make a whole lot different. So it's not going to be entertaining now because there'll be no argument, but it will be very revealing to you guys how this conversation will go. You ready? Yeah. Honey, can I talk to you for a second? Yes. I feel really sad when you go out with your girls on Friday and I don't get any heads up, and I don't feel like I'm as important to you as I should be, and I would really, really appreciate if next time you go out, you just simply give me a heads up, and I would really appreciate that. And I just want to express to you how I felt about this situation.
I'm really sorry that you felt that way. That was not my intention. From here on out, I will make sure to let you know before I go out with the girls.
Do you want to know why, or do you want to guess why did I feel this way? Why did it make me sad? What guess?
You didn't feel important and valued, and you didn't think I respected your feelings.
That's true, but I also felt that I really don't spend enough time with you alone, with our busy lives. I wish we had more time together, and every opportunity we miss, I feel even more sad because of that.
Well, let's plan in our calendar time together so it's already there and planned, and we won't have this issue again.
How about that, guys? Same. No? and does not agree?
I'm gonna answer you that you have to grow up. It's like, come on.
But I haven't.
Just only a smart person in front of you. It's like,
Well, it might not, guys. It might not happen the first time. Correct? Obviously, this is a little bit. Simulated. We're not really a couple. We're not related, right? So this is why it's hard to play real emotions, because she didn't do that to me, and I didn't really insulted her, right? So is with everything, as I'm telling you guys, it will take time. It will take practice. But it might not happen the first time, it might not happen the second time, but I think you will get further if you will use this framework, as I just showed you now, as most importantly, again, if you're not coming after another person, because as soon as you start making it about them, something's gonna slip in. Something's gonna, especially unresolved issues that you guys didn't work it out from, way past, right? That's why there's, married couple argue for many years, because there's unresolved issues, really unresolved. Vasil's like, okay. and therefore, when they brought up to the surface, they take it over. But if you keep it to just being about you, and you don't bring, the past, and you don't compare, and you don't label, yes, it's really dry, it's really plain, but that may make your partner, your other person, open up more. They will be confused the first time. They will think that, and it's true, you're using some kind of technique, that you're not being authentic, because they're used to like emotions, they used to burst, some people use it even as they vent, and they're like, oh, good, right? Now let's go out now, right? We vented, we argued, let's drink, let's kiss, let's go out to eat now, right? There's even couples like that, I'm sure, that I don't know whatever the diagnosis is in the medical world, but it's definitely some kind of a name for that, when both people are in that stage and in that cool. We have some scary movie going on. Yeah. So guys, in conclusion, practice. Use this framework. I try to make it as simple as possible. I brought the key important issues that, like I said, I read the multiple books, multiple situations that I was into, and I saw both ways. I was in the first very emotional arguments, and I was in the second ones, and it almost seems like it's not real, because you're not getting that raw emotion out. But as I say to everybody, this is what the gym is for. If you want to beat up something, go beat up something in the gym, and don't beat your wife or partner emotionally. Just go punch a bag or something, or something like that. So if you have this unresolved anger, just go in the woods and yell. That also helps sometimes. Do you guys have any questions? I know we're sitting, you're not used to me sitting. Does anyone have any questions? Miroslav?
Я не смогу по-английски сказать, но эта ситуация имеет право быть, если оба хотят решить проблему.
Okay.
А если только один, а второй не хочет, это уже...
I agree. So Miroslav said that it takes two people, right? Yes. They say it takes two people to tango. And that's why I said not in the beginning, in the end, that it will take time, it will take practice, it will take used to. So your partner will have to get used to you changing, and you using a different approach, and then it will take them a certain amount of time to adapt. I can share. I know Alena, my current fiancée, she's not. She wouldn't mind if I share. Even with us having really good relationship at the start, it took her more than 2 years to really, drop her guard, drop her shield. I call it having a shield. So when we would get in a similar situation that she would have with her ex-husband, and like she would see me behaving like him, she would put up a shield and she would start defending herself. And I'm not kidding, guys. I would say, this is me. Like, this is not him. Like, this is me talking to you. You don't have to defend yourself from me. I don't have any agenda. I don't have any plan. I'm not attacking you. Hey, it's me. Do you see me? These are exact my words. because I understand that it's the really years of baggage, years of certain situations where she had to, act this way, put up the shield. It's neurons. It's in your brain. It takes years of then giving psychological error to rewire, your brain. So for your partner, it might be 3 months. For someone, it might be 6 months. For her, it took 2 years, even with me, being completely opposite that what he was, in how he, treated her and how I treat her. So it will take time. So I'm not saying this is a magic pill and, the first thing you say, I feel sad or I feel upset, that your partner will like, oh, sure. Like I understand. No, then you might have to listen to them for a little bit. They will vent on you. But you have to be in that framework to keep calm and cool. And remember, even if you don't get the response as you said, you gave me a nice response, then you have to remember that you in this framework, and these are the rules. Guys, every time if you bring rules to anything, you can get better results, right? If there's no rules. To think about traffic. Imagine there's no traffic lights or traffic rules. How would this whole, road thing behave? Immediately, when traffic light goes off, there's chaos. One. So because rules are no longer applying. Same thing here. If you bring in some rules, it will go better than if you have no rules and you just let chaos and emotions take over. You guarantee that you will not resolve anything. That's why again, couples go years without resolving anything. Because it takes two to tango. Anybody else? Any questions? Our women, what do you think? One more. Oh, nice.
Еще один момент. Если ты инициатор этого разговора, то надо приготовиться к тому, что ты должен будешь признать, что у тебя есть слабости. Ты уже знаешь, что тебе их предъявят, и ты должен будешь перед ней или перед ним, и уже после этого, либо, потому что чаще всего идет отрицание, что нет, это не так.
Yeah, so what Miroslav's saying that for the person that is initiating, you have to be ready to let's call it open up. You will have to be ready to be vulnerable and present your, let's call them blind spot weaknesses to your partner, right? You can rehearse what you're going to say and see how it sounds like. It's the easiest way. You know what the issue is? Just say it out loud. Prep for the conversation. Even, schedule conversations. So listen, I would like to talk to you tonight about, something serious. Can we have 10 minutes alone? I really need your attention. So set the importance, set the stage. Not just like she's cooking like, I feel very sad that you went out. What? Yeah. I'm trying to open up to you, but you continue whatever you're doing. That's not how it's gonna work. Maybe the first time, but set it up. Put the importance on it. Make sure that they're ready to speak to you. Is that good? All right. Thank you.